Hey guys, today we have some of the best matches from the Japan prelim and SWC, and it was incredible because these were some of the craziest comeback I have ever seen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I had so much fun casting today, and a lot of you guys came up and support the channel because a lot of you guys would come for me, and I really appreciate a lot of you guys would come for me. Only my wife. Let's go to the matches. So what will it be for Kanitama this time? It's gonna be Nephthys. It's gonna be Mouse once again. He liked that Mouse, but I think Masu will be going for the same draft here because there's really nothing to stop him. It worked perfectly fine against Kanitama plan. So I think he needs to switch from the Chiyu to something more mid-range here. Maybe a Shizuka or Praha early pick into potentially... What would I go for? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm really not too sure here. He didn't take the Changpeng, and that is, I think it's gonna be his mistake. It's gonna be Shizuka and the Ethna here potentially to lock down the Changpeng in the turn 1, and Shizuka's always great to pick here. And what is going to be the last pick coming out from Masu? I think Volant is still absolutely incredible, but he might need to pick up a Juno to counter the Nephthys and the Ethna and potentially the Shizuka as well. It's going to be Sagara for the reset here for Masu, and Wusa protection coming out from Masu, switching up a little bit, bringing in some stronger protection and a great counter pick to Shizuka. So looking like Masu's gonna ban the Ethna to let his wind unit get the first turn. So what will Kanitama do? Is it going to be a Juno? Is it going to be a Sekhmet to deal with these wind unit? Or is it gonna pick something entirely different to throw Masu off? It's gonna be a Juno last pick for Kanitama. Looking like it's gonna be a Juno ban here. And I think Kanitama will have to either ban the Sagara or the Changpeng, because that's going to really shut down the Shizuka. And who knows, maybe the Changpeng and the Sagara both have great artifact with damage reduction from wind to counter the Ethna that will be going for the stun in the first turn. It's going to be an Ethna ban. It's going to be a Rakuni ban here. He's leaving the Juno in. Might be a mistake here coming out from Masu, because this Juno, if used correctly, will be his biggest enemy. First turn for the Mouse, going for the strip stun potentially. Is he gonna save the strip for later? But he has a Juno, so maybe he doesn't have to do that. Oh, he get the stun on the Moor. Didn't do any damage though because of the passive, but the stun was more than enough to keep the strip down. The Changpeng will have to be the stripper now. No, he's gonna go for the pushback, trying to get the Juno attack bar down. Get full attack bar pushback on the Juno and the increased cooltime as well. But the Sagara failed to get the strip reset on the Shizuka. His whole purpose here is to control the Shizuka, and he couldn't do it. And the Shizuka can reduce the cooldown of Juno if she wants to. Is she gonna do it? She is gonna do it. Get the Juno cooldown up, and the strip is on, but couldn't get the full team strip as he... Oh, but she does get the strip into the stun though. That's gonna be very, very strong, keeping the more locked out even further. And right now, there's nothing to control the Shizuka skill except for the quick provoke coming out from Masu. Sagara. Oh, he couldn't even get the provoke as well. Shizuka's gonna drop the heat, and this gonna boost the Mouse damage even further. And that's gonna do 13,000 or 15,000 on this Changpeng. Get the Changpeng out of the way. Masu's in deep trouble here because the Sagara is out of juice. And the Moor is gonna be the next target without anything to stop it. Here comes the provoke, trying to keep the damage away from the Moor. But you know, Violent Proc doesn't care about provoke. And here comes Shizuka. Juno focus. Oh, Juno switching the target to Sagara instead because you are provoking my Mouse. I might as well do more damage to you. Look at his damage, and more debuff coming out from the Nephthys as well. And that's going to be the defense break on 2 targets. And that's going to boost the damage of Juno by quite a fair bit. And even if the Wusa Violent Proc, the heal block is there to stop any healing from coming out. Damage on the Sagara, looking like very, very good damage as well. Sagara being silenced, gonna be very, very huge too, because he needs his skill, and the glancing is gonna kind of block his provoke too. Cooldown reduction for Nephthys. damage on Cigar. He needs to get this violent real bad here. Can he get it? Because if not, he is in deep trouble. His HP is low. He has defense break on, and he's gonna go bye-bye as well. Juno taking the kill once again. Damage coming out for more. Bring down the mouse. Wusa, can you bring this back? That Shizuka is gonna go down if you choose to go for skill 2, but he went for skill to protect himself first. Nephthys doesn't have the skill yet. More get a free turn from the Nephthys. Can he stun this Shizuka? He cannot. Shizuka get another turn here and get a violent proc as well, but that doesn't mean anything. In the past, she could have protect herself, but now she can't. Juno have the strip available, and she's gonna go for it. Get the strip on 2 target, but the Wusa is gonna take care of the Shizuka here with the skill 2. Because skill 1 might not kill. No, gonna go for the damage on the Juno, but couldn't get it done. This more have the passive next turn though. Oh no, the game is not over yet. The more might be able to take down the Juno here. Not quite yet. The Juno's still going in. There's no skill from the Wusa as well. The game is not over yet for anyone. Oh, but the Moore's gonna lap the enemy team, get the skill 2 out. But the attack break reduces damage by quite a fair bit. He couldn't finish off any target here. But he does get another turn. Take down the Juno. But the Nephthys is gonna take him down. Can this Nephthys bring down the Wusa? She needs to get a crit. And she get a violent prop, but no crit coming out from the Nephthys. The Wusa is silenced. Cannot take a turn. Can this Nephthys take this game for Kanitama? No, she can't. The Wusa. No, the Wusa's not going to take care of the Nephthys. And the Nephthys is going to finish off the Wusa with 1 HP. 1 HP from the Nephthys. Kanitama taking the lead. Moving on to the semi-final with 1 HP. GG. Oh my god. Masu stopping his journey in the prelim winner bracket, and he will be back in the loser bracket. But Kanitama, GG. Oh my god, that was insane. Wow. I favorite so many different Japanese players to stock what they play so I can copy, because they always bring something crazy to the table. And I think I have that name in my favorite. Ooh, we are seeing Jamire segment first pick here to counter the first pick Oliver. Very standard counter pick here, because we have 1 unit that can potentially reset the Oliver and 1 unit that can't be reset by Oliver. You know how Oliver is crazy still after 2 nerfs just to see 2 counter pick against him. And Etowaru bringing in the strongest meta once again, Mouse Rakuni. I feel like I'm gonna say Mouse Rakuni pretty much in 90% of today's session. We have something very aggressive coming out from Takuzo, and that's gonna be the Ethna and the Nikki. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Ethna, Nikki. So that's gonna be a lot of damage for this Mouse Rakuni to handle. So what will be the answer coming out from Etowaru? Is it gonna be some more bruiser draft? Or is it going to be super aggressive to get that turn 1? Maybe a speed lead robo, potentially. It's going to be super bruiser, and that's going to be Kinky and Juno. Oh my god. I think that's going to be a strong water last pick coming from Takuzo. Maybe a Tayor. I'm hungry for a Tayor, not gonna lie. Last pick Tayor, banning the Oliver. But that's going to be a little bit too obvious. So maybe Takuzo is going to go for another LD. And that's going to be the Narsha getting instantly banned. And Rakuni getting the ban that he deserved as well. So we have 2 speed lead here. I wonder who's going to take the first turn. Here we go, guys. That's going to be the Mouse going in with a strip stun. And the segment seems like that's going to be the target, potentially. Getting the... Oh, he didn't get the stun, but hey, the stun is only 50% chance, okay, guys? I always think it's gonna be a... Did that Ethna just get a full team defense break on somebody's unit that might be having max resistance, and that Nikki needs to get this person right now, or else she's gonna bring the biggest damage. Oh my god! Oh, that's not a whole lot of damage. And the... That is the first time I've ever seen Sealrune getting activated, and that's gonna be blocking the potential violent proc coming out from this Nikki here. But the Ether is gonna have the follow-up chance here, and she has the attack buff as well. And who's gonna get the big hit? And that's gonna be the Kinky getting the big hit here. That's not looking good for Etowaru. The damage coming out from Takuzo is really, really good. But the Juno is going to drop 2 Despair Stun. But that's not going to stop the segment from finishing out 2 targets as well. Here we go. No Violent Proc for Nikki this time because Sealrune is pretty good. And here comes the Juno, bring more damage. It is supposed to counter Takuzo and is doing just that. Can this Ethna do enough damage to bring down this Juno? Because she is looking like she's going to solo 3 enemy here and nobody can stop her. And this oh my god, this segment is only healing her even further. This Jemiah is critting and he's doing a lot of damage, but this Juno is doing even more damage, and this segment is being a member of the enemy team here. Jemiah is not going to do enough. This segment is going to go for the strip. Didn't get the strip. The speed bump is going to stay, but the segment has the defense break available. No, she's going to go down to the Juno first. Etowaru will take the first game with the Juno doing massive damage on the enemy. Wow. He picked it faster than the clock can tick. Oh my god. He's on that unit. And it's going to be the segment Shizuka for Goodson. Taking Shizuka and also taking the segment, the great counter to Shizuka. Asuru has the option to go for... Oh, he's going to go for another... Striker? No, Slayer. No, he's going to go for his classic Nana Gyo second pick as well. Goodson has the option to go for the Julian and a healer because that is going to be very strong against a bruiser draft. What is it going to be for Goodson? Is it going to be Mouse Rakuni or Mouse Julian? Or Rakuni Julian? It's going to be Tessarian getting picked up because that is the best counter to his last pick. And it's going to be a Bellio for the healing as well because you need a healer for these tanky bruiser player. If not, they're going to out-heal you, out-sustain you, and there's nothing you can do. Praha last pick coming out for Asuru, a great stripper into healing as well. Only in Summoner, so I can say he's picking up a great stripper. And Wusa last pick, more sustain, more healing for Asuru, locking in the turn 2 bruiser draft here. Last pick for Goodson. Maybe Julian's not a good pick here, but hey, it's still gonna be decent if he ban out the immunity provider from Asuru. But is he going to pick up the Julian? He is going to pick up the Julian because there's no direct counter to this unit at this moment. So it might be a false ban for Asuru. So we might be seeing a Julian ban and also a Wusa ban. No, it's going to be a Bellio ban, the only sustain of Goodson. There's no more healing besides self-healing of the Julian. But does Goodson need healing? Because from what I see in the last match, he is okay without healing. He's fine with that. Here we go. The first turn reset. Segment working overtime for Goodson, getting every single reset. But the Karma is going to land on that Shizuka, blocking, potentially blocking her skill 3. Will Goodson choose to pay the price with the skill 3? Here comes Oblivion coming out from Tessarian. And defense break as well. And that's going to be on the Gyo. Get the defense break. Get the Oblivion as well. Nana will come in between with the AoE defense break. Potentially Despair Stun on the enemy. Get the Despair Stun on the Shizuka. Karno follow up instantly with the damage. But he's going to do it. But that is not going to work against... Oh, he's trying to get the attack bar of Julian, but could not get it done. Julian will still keep his attack bar, and the damage is available to go straight into this Gyo. He's going to go for the stun on the Praha instead and choose to heal with the skill 1 on the Gyo. Gyo has skill 2 available. Who will she choose to drop the Karma on? And that's going to be another Despair Stun coming out on the Shizuka. But AoE defense break on the enemy team. And this Karno is going to drop the heat, get the stun even with the glancing debuff. But that's not going to stop the Tessaran from violent proccing to leave the Oblivion on the Nana. And this Vampire is looking for a finishing move. And that is going to be on Asuru. Gyo or Carno? It's gonna be Gyo. Drop the unit instantly through the Nana revive because of the Oblivion from the Thessalian, and the segment has skill 3 available. Gonna stop the Pra from healing once again. Nothing is stopping this vampire from eating another target. Carno getting the Violent proc, trying to drop this Shizuka, get it done, but more Oblivion is gonna stay on this Nana, and there's no defense break. Oh, but the Despair Stun gonna be on the Thessalian. This vampire, no defense break set up for him. Can he get this Praha down? He will get the crucial Violent proc to bring down the Praha through the Nana passive once again. This Carno, he is slowly dropping the enemy team, and he's also going to get the Violent proc as well to drop the heat on the enemy. The HP of the vampire teammate is going down, which means the passive might not get activated in the next turn. He needs to... Oh my god! The vampire is also getting another Violent proc to stun up this Carno. Defense break available. No more passive blocking for this Nana, which means she can revive the Carno if he get down. Unless this Oblivion from Thessalian get activated on the Nana. Can he land this most important Oblivion? He will go for it. He will land the Oblivion, but the Carno is moving in front of the vampire, and he can kill the vampire right now because the vampire doesn't have any friend to suck from anymore. The vampire is gonna go down, and the Carno is gonna get another Violent proc to provoke the Thessalian. Nana is not gonna bring down the Thessalian just yet. No Violent proc for Thessalian. Defense break available from the segment, but this Carno is moving next. The Thessalian cannot finish the job here. Dropping the defense break. Carno has the damage. Bring down the Thessalian. Can this segment do it? This segment cannot bring down the Carno in time, which means there's nothing that the segment can do but watch the Carno bring her down slowly. GG! Will Asuru bring out some crazy bruiser LD5? It's gonna still be the segment Laura second pick for Asuru, which means Kamichan can easily go into another Chiwoo and Shan. And then last pick go for even stronger control. Or will he go for... Nah, he's definitely gonna lock in some very aggressive pick here. Potentially Chiwoo and Ethna. It's gonna be Shan Masha. Not only is bringing strip pushback, he's gonna go in with more damage as well. And that's gonna be the Masha that synergized perfectly with the speed buff coming out from Shan. But this, maybe Asuru has the opportunity to go for the Leo to counter the speed coming out from Kami. It's gonna be the Leo coming out from Asuru, but no more Vert in this position. What will he go for? Maybe a Josephine? It's gonna be a Fire Cassandra or the Fire Gladiatrix in this slot. Because if the Moa do a little too much damage, this unit, usually being on Nemesis, can cut in between and one-shot the enemy Shan. Last week's gonna be a strip reset unit. That's gonna be Cigar for Kamichan. Are we seeing a Leo ban? Because Leo is extremely effective into this fast control style. It's gonna be the Fire Gladiatrix getting banned out and the Cigar getting banned out as well, which means Asuru will get to keep the Leo, and that's gonna shut down a lot of damage from Kami. If things go a little bit wrong for Kamichan, Asuru will take this game very easily with Leo on the field. First turn belongs to the Leo, but full will on Kamichan, so no extra pushback. Segment getting the second turn here, being the fastest Swift unit on the field. Get the reset on the Changpeng. Here comes the more missing the strip on the Shizuka, but Laura is not exposed to damage, but without the speed advantage. The Laura resisted the pushback and the stun as well. Resisted the defense break as well. Asuru might have won this game from this point on because Kamichan plan was over. It's over. Asuru. No way. The Laura not only resisted every single thing that Kamichan trying to throw at him, but also get a beautiful Violent proc as well. Defense buff is on. There's no way Kamichan can do any more damage on this Laura. Just look at how tanky it is with defense buff. And also soul protection coming out from the Shizuka. No more strip Leo, and Laura's getting a turn. Big damage coming out from Laura as well. Stripped from the Changpeng, but that was not enough. And here comes Shan trying to do some damage, but the glancing debuff is going to stop him. Segment having the reset ready to go once again. Who will be on? It's going to be on the Changpeng because he should have the skill 3 soon. Leo's taking out a Shan, having another violent proc, dealing damage on the Changpeng as well. A critical hit coming out from the Masha could not take down the Laura, but Laura should go down next turn to the damage of either Changpeng or the Moore here. But remember, Laura have all skill available, which means a revive from Shizuka will allow Laura to be effective on the match once again. And there's nothing that Kamichan can do to stop it because the Changpeng will be constantly resetted by the segment, and there's nothing he can do to contribute to the field except for maybe he getting the violent proc. It might be the break that the Changpeng need to get the skill 2 and the skill 3 back, but will it be enough? Asuru is getting more pressure on the Changpeng. The moment the Changpeng go down, it might be over for Kamichan. The Changpeng looking like he's on a max resistant build, getting no attack power reduce coming out from the Leo. He needs to get the violent here. Can she get it? He doesn't get the most important violent in the game. And here comes the revive from the Shizuka, allowing Laura to buff the entire team and taking down the Changpeng. This defense buff Leo is going to be so tanky for the Masha to take down unless this Moore get the violent but to strip the defense buff away. He couldn't get it done, and the Masha is going to go in onto the Leo, but the defense buff is going to keep him alive. The Leo, the Leo is going to go down to the Masha violent proc. This might not be over yet. Asuru, you have to bring down this Masha. She's doing way too much damage. The Moore is going to go in for the strip. He is on violence, so no despair stun, but he can violent to do more damage on the enemy. Masha is going to be taking down the segment. It's going to take down the segment, but the Shizuka is going to be here to stop the Masha from moving further, and she's going to put a lot of debuff on the enemy team as well. Here comes the Laura trying to bring down this Moore. Get the sleep proc on the Moore. Masha against Shizuka. Water against fire. Will Kamichan crit on water? That's going to be very hard because Shizuka keep calling Laura back on the field, getting a beautiful stun. But the violent proc, but glancing is going to stop the Masha from killing Shizuka. She get another chance though. Another glancing, but another violent proc for the Masha. Can she crit this time? Water against fire. Will she do it? Fast PS Pro is going to crit. Oh my god, no way. No way. Round 3 between Kamichan and Takuzo. Pre-ban. Is it going to be Shizuka this time? It's going to be the more Yeonhong once again. It seems they will lock down the same pre-ban every round because these are the key unit of the opponent. First pick for Takuzo. Is he going to lock in the Oliver once again, or will he switch to a Chiwu this time? Because I don't think Kamichan really liked using Oliver. Or did he use Oliver at all? He's more about the Chiwu into strip and pushback. And that's going to be Chiwu and Karno getting picked up by Kame this time and not the Ethna. Takuzo, will you go into that Mouse Rakuni position? Because a lot of people at this point will go for the Mouse Rakuni, but Takuzo know exactly that Kamichan is perfectly capable of dealing with Mouse Rakuni. He's going to go for the Heigang to counter the Chiwu and potentially a Shizuka. It's going to be the Praha for the heal for Takuzo. Which means Kame can potentially go for the Cigar and the Changpeng in this position. It's gonna be the Ethna and the Nana. He's going for damage instead of control. It's more about defense break and damage. He has a last pick hard damage dealer like a Kinky, like Douglas as well. Oh wait, there are two water units. He can't pick Douglas into this. That's going to be a Changpeng getting picked up by Takuzo, but that Changpeng is definitely going to be under a lot of pressure from the Karno and the Ethna if the Heigang getting banned out, and the Nikki getting last pick as well. But that also means it's going to be an easy Cigar last pick for That's going to be a Clara last pick coming out from Kamichan. It's going to be a Heigang ban, but oh my god, he is trusting this Clara to perform. The Ethna getting banned out, which means so much less pressure for Takuzo. But who knows? This Nana into a Chrono is going to be a lot of damage coming out from Kamichan. But Clara, of all things, is going to be a Clara. First turn belongs to the Chiwu. Getting the strip done on everybody. Getting the strip but miss a target. Clara is going to go for the strip stun. Get 2 stun but could not stun everybody. Changpeng Praha is going to come in between. And here comes the heal from the Praha to keep the team alive and also fast with a speed buff. Strip coming out from Changpeng. could not get any follow-up. Defense break coming out from Nana, and here comes the big damage from Kano. But remember, this Nicky can get a full team heal with one simple violent proc. And the Changpeng is ready to go with the pushback as well. Takuzo is having the advantage in this game right here. But the Kano will have something to say about that. He's going to go for the... He's going to get the slow and the stun and also the Nicky out of the game. He's going to go and follow up with another damage on the Changpeng and get the Changpeng out of the game as well. GG! Kame! He did it! Oh my god! This Kano damage was incredible.